Some images generated by AI are technically not bad, but they may be unusable because they are disturbing or controversial. You will probably have a lot of problem with these kind of things when creating medical images with AI, because first, the AI softwares will block a lot of our prompts because they have safety policies that, for example, do not allow for overtly explicit displays of blood. And also it will most likely refuse to do anything that's genital related. So forget asking for an anatomically correct vulva or penis, for example. Most likely not going to happen. Even if your interest is scientific, unfortunately that's the way the terms of service of these softwares have been written. You can download stable diffusion and run it on your machine, and then you can create images without these limitations. But once again, you have something of a pendulum, of a balancing act there. The less limitations you want to have on the artistic side, the more technical knowledge and expertise you need. If you want to create something in a very simple, easy and fast way, you most likely have to contend with the software limitations. If you want to be very free in your ideas and create something very elaborate and very complex with no limitations whatsoever, you most likely need to be an expert on it. So this is an example of an image that AI did generate, but then you get into the second problem, which is what you're going to use these images for. Because I often post them to Instagram, for example, and even among medical students and doctors and other healthcare workers, people will still be bothered by particularly unpleasant images. So they will comment that it looks weird or that it looks a bit unsettling, and it may be negative for you to post these kinds of images to your audience. So you also have to be mindful both of if your prompt is going to work and if the generated image is going to work for our audience. And going a bit back towards prompts, something I've noticed is that even in the same platform, even using the same model, sometimes the way you input the prompt changes the result. So for example, DALL-E used through Bing has different results than DALL-E used through chat-gpt in censorship inclusion. So sometimes if you try to create an image, I want to create a river of blood with blood cells floating on it, and often generative models will block you because they don't want to create overtly explicit blood images, and that includes a blood river. What you can try to do is try to generate the same images on the same platform using the other input tool. So if you were using, for example, chat-gpt, go to Bing. If you were using Bing, go to chat-gpt. It won't always work, but sometimes it does, so why not try it?